So I was gonna commit suicide. I was walking to my death. You're feeling pain, but you're creating something beautiful, which meant a lot to me.
He's a fitness mentor, a coach, a leader. But before anything of that, he was a kid trying to survive chaos. He grew up surrounded by instability, pressure, and responsibility far beyond his age, learning early what real struggle actually feels like. A family member battling addiction and parents facing their own battles. But Justin became the anchor. In the middle of that storm, he lost himself. He failed more times than he could ever count, hitting rock bottom and had every reason to quit. But instead of breaking, he walked into the gym and everything changed. Fitness didn't just change his body, it saved his life.
And I said, fuck it, from tomorrow I'm going to be the strongest version of myself.
Where discipline replaced pain, where strength replaced fear, where he rebuilt himself. From a lost young man with no direction, to transforming his own body, to transforming others, to open his own gym and build a community built on purpose and resilience. Today he's a mentor, a business owner, and proof that no matter how dark life gets, you can rebuild. This is the story of Justin Pisani, and today we're going deep into trauma, into transformation, and into the mind of a man who refused to stay broken. Do you forgive the people who are surrounded by your sister? Writing this script, it was quite hard and emotional for me because I've heard what you passed through and seeing your content and on social media, you just started posting. Emotional for sure this episode, and I can't wait to hear your story. May I ask,
Yes?
what's the first emotion that you think about when you were younger? So young Justin, when you think about young Justin, what's the first emotion that comes to mind?
The first emotion when it comes to mind when I think about my younger self is honestly happiness.
Okay.
Happiness. I had the best parents in the world. My dad used to drive me everywhere. I was excelling in school, excelling in sports. I was with the national team as well, of
Yes.
football,
All right.
till 14. My mom was the joker of the house, man. Well, my mom was an amazing woman. She was into sports as well. She used to run marathons.
Okay.
And me and my sister had a really, really, really close bond. But then after 13, it's like a coin flip, man. I'm going to tell you a story that it takes guts to tell. Real guts.
Like a coin flip.
Like a coin flip, all of a sudden, like a switch.
What's the age bracket between you both?
2 years.
So 2 years, you were quite close. So upbringing was close.
Upbringing was really close. I never seen a sibling relationship that close. We used to tell everything. We were very, very close. Even with my mom, with my dad, we were a unit. I was living the dream life,
So
honestly.
we're a happy family, you can say.
Happy family, happiest family.
Lunches, dinners together.
Lunches, dinners, birthdays, surprises. Everything was amazing. Everything was amazing.
So 13-year-old Justin was living the life.
Was
you can say.
living the
The
life.
childhood dream, you can say. The childhood dream
Yes.
where you aspire to be something when you're younger, like an astronaut or something.
Yes.
You want to become the best, the best person on earth. But then a coin flipped.
A coin flipped.
What do you
all
mean
of
by
a
that?
sudden. What I mean by that is that life can change in an instant, you know. Some people have gradual problems, but our problems came instantly.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my sister had anorexia. You know what's anorexia?
Yeah.
And then after she...
What age, if I may ask? What age was this?
I was like 13, so she was like 15.
Okay.
Alright, she was anorexic, and after getting out of anorexia, she got a bit fat. Obviously, because the body's not used to eating that much food, and she had food, she recovered. And then she got mixed with the wrong crowd, and she started using drugs. Now, if I'm being quite honest today, drugs are common. You know, drugs are common.
Yeah.
But she was using hard drugs. She was...
At a young age?
At a very young age, at 15, 16, she was smoking crack. Smoking crack and injecting heroin. And
15.
That's when I say my life was a coin flip. It was a coin flip because for me at that moment, my parents died because obviously they shifted all their attention and their love to her, trying to solve this
Of
problem.
course.
And I lost my sister as well. So at 13,
Soul soldier.
soul soldier, from being with the national team of football, excelling in school, being loved, it was like I was alone soldier, like you said.
What was the feeling when you say alone? So at the time you were still going to school.
I was still going to school, I was still going to football practice, but I felt like I was being neglected. Now looking back, I'm 30 years old, I understand my parents because they
course.
wanted to save her, literally. But at that time, I felt like I lost everyone. Everyone. I used to go in the house, my mother was bedbound. She was depressed from a loving mother, a caring mother, bless her. I love her. And my dad too, he was depressed, and my sister was all over the place, to a point where my father literally kicked her out of the house while she was pregnant. I'm fast forwarding a bit.
We'll go back to that later on.
Yes.
I have no words, because there are so many people that pass through the situation and can't find help. So whether they talk to people, they get bullied. So on top of their household being a mess, they also go out and instead of find help, they get
Yes.
demolished. I don't know. Honestly, I'm stuck in words, because I wouldn't wish this on my worst nightmare.
Even me. That's what I tell my friends. I wouldn't wish what I went through on my worst enemy. Because at that age, you don't find help. Because my friends were trying to, I don't know, their problem was trying to get with a girl. You know, their problem was trying to pass their exams. My problem was literally saving my whole fucking family.
At that age,
At that age, from 15 years old till I was about 27 years old, 28 years old. My sister's 2 years clean now. At all those years of suffering and pain while building my business, while building my brand, while we'll get to the child later on in this podcast, but it was, looking back at it now, honestly, I don't know how I survived it, because I didn't have any help. Because who had these problems? Who had these problems? No one had these problems.
especially in your area.
Especially in my area, it's a socially
Connected community, you can say.
connected community, exactly, and it was very tough. It was very
Was
tough.
this news shared across the community? So
Yes.
so people knew.
People knew, people judged me. I had the parents of my friends who didn't want their children to stay with me. It was very tough for me. It was
Were
extremely
you
tough.
angry at life?
I was devastated. I was angry. Angry is not even a good word to describe it. I used to punch walls. I have scars all over my hands.
Mm.
I used to punch walls, kick doors, everything. I used to rage out
On what?
on myself. I was self-sabotaging.
Were you ever harmed? So did you ever harm people due to?
No,
So it was
No.
always inner anger.
it was always in an anger. In fact, a lot of my friends knew the problem, but didn't knew the extent of it. Because I was so good at hiding it, I never took rage on anyone. Never. In fact, I have a motto that's helping people is helping yourself. So although I was going through all that shit, I did gym programs for my friends. I helped my friends with the stupidest problem, because if you come to me at that age and tell me, listen, my girlfriend broke up with me, I'm like, I'm seeing my sister inject heroin, bro. But I would help you. I would still help you.
She wears a kind heart.
I was always a kind heart, and that's what saved me, I think, as well.
That's a very strong statement. You believe that helped you? So through your journey.
I think that not only helped me, it saved me.
Okay, now you mentioned in the very beginning of this episode that your sister found the wrong crowd.
Yes.
Obviously due to anorexia, am I right?
Yes.
Which then she recovered, but then found the
Yes.
wrong crowd.
Yes.
So now through your anger, do you believe you found the right crowd who helped you, or was it a mix?
Tricky question. To be honest, I think through my anger, I found the right crowd, because you can channel I took my anger out in the gym. I didn't take my anger out on the streets or in the, I don't know, whatever, in the gym. And there was a good community. You have to, let me explain something, okay? So when I first entered the gym, I was 14 years old. No, 16 years old. I'm lying, 16 years old. So that's 14 years ago. Today, the gym is a lifestyle. A lot of people your age go to the gym, get jacked. But back then, people who used to go to the gym, they had a lot of social problems. There were the misfits, the hippies. So I found my family there. I took my anger out there. Not like today, In fact, they helped me out a lot. The gyms literally saved my life. Because if it wasn't for the gym, I would have ended up like my sister. Definitely, I would have ended up like my sister.
Why do you say that?
Okay, so let me explain this. From when I was young, I knew I was like different than other people, because I used to get a thought. When you get a thought, and the thought used to circle around my fucking head all the time, And I was like, at 19.
What was the thought though?
Any thought. Any thought, bro. So if I think about fitness, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., fitness. And then I told my father, listen, take me to a psychiatrist or something, because I cannot take this thought out of my head. And my father took me to a psychiatrist, and he saw me, and he told me, you have OCD. And I'm like, OCD? What the fuck, man? I don't have OCD. Then I was researching. And there's this kind of OCD where a thought gets stuck in your head. All right? That was the kind of OCD I had. And back then, there wasn't this mental health awareness. But I said, fuck it, man, fuck it. I'm going to use this mental illness as my superpower. And that's what I tell people, bro. If you're hyperactive, fucking go run, bro. Be a marathon runner. If you're an overthinker, get a PhD. And if you're OCD like me, build these fucking muscles, bro. That's how I thought at that time, to be honest. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. A crazy journey.
Do you believe you're proud of young Justin?
Bro, if I could create a hologram and I could see myself back in the day, I would hug myself so hard, man, because now I realize you have to understand that after a certain amount, these problems stayed for 15 fucking years. 15 fucking years. Okay, so after 3 years, it feels like normal life. Seeing your dad like that, your mom like that, your sister always calling, and always wanting money and always that. So now looking back, I realize how not normal it was. And I'm proud of my younger self a lot, bro, a lot because of that. Because not even, I think, 1% of the population went through what I went through.
Let's go home. So you enter the house.
Yes.
At a young age, now you're growing up.
Okay.
What's the emotion you think your mother and father, so what do you think the emotion was going through their head at that point in time? So when you speak to them, what do you believe, how would they portray their emotion to you?
Bro, when you're in that state, I think it's far beyond emotions. Honestly, I tell my friends this story that I went to my friend's funeral, not my friend's, his grandma's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt happier than when I used to enter my own home. Because when we hear the doorbell, it's maybe a drug dealer coming for money. When we hear the phone, my sister overdosed. When it's filled, it's an anxiety-fueled situation. If you're not strong, you'll crumble, bro. You'll crumble. And while I was building my business and building myself, maintaining a relationship, it was extremely hard. But to answer your question, there was no emotion. It was numb. And a funeral, it was better being at a funeral than at home at that stage, yes.
You mentioned a good point that you took out your anger in the gym. And from what I can understand, that you changed that into something you can financially support yourself with. Am I right?
Yes.
At a younger age. So
Yes.
school, I believe, finished.
Yes.
So that was over. And you had to find, obviously, an income.
Yes.
What was the transition like through that?
When I started training, there was a point where my friend, he went through a breakup. Okay? And I was like, come to the gym with me, bro.
The
Come.
usual breakup situation.
The usual breakup situation, you know. Now this guy has like 11,000 girlfriends now.
Yeah.
And he told me, brother, he was quite well off. He had a trainer, he had he told me, it isn't gonna work. I just need time. I went, bro. I had a Fiat Punto, you know, those cars which always stopped in the fucking middle of the road, bro. And I went, grabbed him, went to the gym. I was explaining the workout, worked out. And he told me, brother, I never felt this good in my life. And then that was my purpose, bro. I started going to the gym. I started studying, obsessing, using my mental illness, the OCD, as my power. I learned the human anatomy, bro, all the veins, all the arteries, all that. I used to work at a gym.
Okay.
And then I used to train clients privately. And when I matched the wage, I said, fuck it, I'm going to go all in. And I went all in. All while these problems were happening. I was juggling not 2 balls or 3 balls, or was that saying? I was juggling fucking 75,000 balls at the time.
I have a question here that I would like to ask you, because I believe that so many kids pass through this situation, which I thankfully have a very supportive background. So I can't be more grateful than I am.
Good.
But I believe that this question could reflect a lot on your story. Since your family wasn't not support, don't get me wrong, they had to support another system.
Exactly.
So they were very supportive, but in another system.
Exactly. Their 100% went to my system.
Exactly. Which is I understand. So
Yes.
do you believe that there was a time in your life where you felt like running away
Yes.
forever?
Yes. Every fucking day, bro. Every fucking day, I felt like running away. But then the thoughts always circled my mind. At that stage, it was a life or death situation, all right? So my parents lost one kid. In their mind, she was gone, bro. It's heavy. I'm going to make them lose another kid? No fucking way. So every day I thought about running. Then I said, these people, they don't deserve this. They don't deserve to lose another child. That's what kept me there. Every day I thought about
When
running.
that thought came to your head, so they lost one child and they can't lose another, was there any support system? You were still young, but was there any supportive situation from your end to help them out back then?
Yes.
Or just stay quiet and just...
Now that I'm reflecting, yes, my success, even every workout, every new client that I had, they never really expressed how proud they are. In fact, recently my father told me how proud he was, and I literally cried, bro. I cried. I was emotional. Because back then, he was numb. But I helped them by being successful.
What does success mean to you, though?
Back then, success means... I have a theory. There are 3 pillars in life, okay? The financial pillar, the physical pillar, and the mental pillar, okay? So, if you have money, if you have a good body, but you're mentally ill, it's for nothing, bro. If it's the other way around, let's say...
If you lack one, it's a problem.
If you lack one, it's a problem, all right? So that's success in life for me, filling them out slowly.
And I believe that you can work on all those 3.
Yes, definitely. You can
So
work
there's
on all those
no
3.
one you say, I was born like this.
Exactly.
But people
Good.
who are ignorant to learn will always come with an excuse that one of them you can't work on.
Definitely. Definitely, 100%, 100%. Those are the three pillars. If you wake up every day and fill them a bit, you'll eventually live a good life.
And I think I told you this before we sat down here. The more you pass through in life, the stronger you are as a person.
Definitely.
So I am levels back from you. I'm levels back when it comes to how strong of a person you are. So I can't be more grateful to have you here today.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
We haven't started the story yet, am I right?
No.
I'm going to ask you a very hard question, which could possibly change the game for this podcast. What was your lowest moment in your life?
Okay, so I'm gonna, I have a letter in my pocket, okay? And this was a day on 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
3 years ago, that was the lowest point in my life. I lost all my savings, almost all my savings in an investment.
How much, if I may ask?
6 figures.
Number?
6 figures.
But a number?
Over. And all the money I worked for, I still had money because all the wages, I have a rule. I have a 6-month emergency fund. Okay, so if today I break my leg for 6 months, I have all the expenses covered. My loans, my whatever, my wages, and so I lost those 6 figures. I was working 15 hours a day. All right, Jael, who was my sister's firstborn, was at hospital. She was at hospital, bro. At hospital because she was born an addict. And I don't wish anyone to see this. Imagine a baby, bro. He's in the cot or whatever at hospital. She's smiling and then she starts shivering, turning blue. They give her an injection and she smiles again. Because she was literally born an addict. So, lost money. My sister was still battling addiction. The child was...
So she was taking while she was pregnant?
She was taking while she was pregnant with her first child, yes.
And what was she taking most, that was strongest?
Crack. Crack. She OD'd and she went into labor. At that time, and so my parents were depressed. And then I remember my good friend Matthew Bayada. He's a really, really good friend of mine, bro. At that day, I still remember it clear as day. I woke up and I was crying between each client. I was crying. I can't take this anymore, man. I built myself up here and now I'm back down there. And he saw me crying, bro. He saw me crying in the gym. I hugged him. And later on that day, I'm going to give you this note and I'm going to make you read it out loud. This is the exact thing I wrote that day.
Put you under pressure, man. Dear Mom, Dad, Claire, baby Jael. I have been strong for many years. I am tired, drained. I cannot feel anything anymore. To all my friends and clients, I love you and I'm sorry. This is my final goodbye. This is the end. I have tried everything, but nothing seems to work. I am so sorry for passing this on to you. This is the day I give up. It's over.
Yes, bro, yes. Yes. I was going to end it all, bro. I was going to fucking end it all, man. It was so fucking painful. Now I realize you're healing me, brother. You're healing me because I never told anyone that story. My girlfriend knew because I told her today when she saw the note. Well, that was a note I wrote on that day, and I was literally walking to jump off a cliff, bro. To jump off a fucking cliff. That is...
What was the thought that kept you back?
Okay, so I was walking, literally walking. Everybody sort of felt my vibe because I hugged my parents. I hugged my girlfriend. This guy who now is my best friend, he hugged me, and I think he saved me a bit as well. 'Cause he literally saw me on the gym floor crying, bro. On the gym floor crying. And while I was walking, then I said, all these years, man, I managed to build myself up. I have a choice. I have a luxury. I'm choosing to do this. There are people with cancer that are going to fucking die that don't have choice. That don't have choice. I'm choosing to do this. And from that day on, a fucking fire lit up, man. I went back and I said, fuck it, from tomorrow I'm going to be the strongest version of myself. And I never had that thought again in my fucking life, bro.
So you're walking literally to
I was walking to my death. I was walking to my death, bro. I was walking to my death.
Did you feel that it was the longest walk of your life?
It was the longest walk in my life. It was so strange, man. I could feel my heartbeat so fast, but I couldn't feel my heartbeat at the same time. It was so fucking intense, man. It was so intense that when I went back, I cried and I just slept for like a day or two, bro. It was crazy. And I'm saying this because I have the balls to say it, because everybody's gonna have that thought once in their life. Every one of you guys is gonna have that thought in their life. I want you to be strong enough not to do it, because now my sister saved, my dad saved, I got my parents back, my girlfriend's happy, Jael's healthy. Imagine if I did it. And I'm mentioning this now because this year there was a high number of suicides, and we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. Everybody is trying to hide it. People are depressed. You know how many lives I've saved? People tell me, you've saved my life, you've saved my life, you've saved my life.
Through what, if I may ask?
Through fitness and mental coaching. I have this theory, bro, that if you're in a rut, you move. All right? So let's say you're depressed, you're deprived, you're whatever, you're in your darkest moment. You're my dad died or whatever. All right, so I'm processing that thought. I'm on the sofa, whatever, thought. If I do 10 push-ups, I'm gonna think about my dad. If I do 20 push-ups, I'm going to think about my dad. But if I'm going to do so many push-ups till my arms fucking fall off, there's gonna be a split second where my mind is gonna shift its pain in my body. Okay? So fitness, we need to emphasize fitness more and more, because fitness changed life. I can show you the messages, bro. Hundreds of messages. That's my thought process.
I'm really curious of what were you gonna do that day? What was the action you were gonna do?
I was gonna jump off a cliff, bro. I was gonna commit suicide.
Were you close to the...
I was very close, but I was rationalizing my thoughts, and yes, I could see the cliff. Yes, it's the truth, bro. I told you from when I met you that in this podcast I'm going to speak the truth, raw. There are a lot of the audience, a lot of people that are going through this now. I have the balls to say it. I went through it, I got out of it, and now I'm helping people with mental disorders through fitness. I could see the finish line, bro. Yes. And the irony is that now everything's perfect. So what I would have done is transfer the pain.
There was one thing that stayed through my head during the past conversation. And you said that you were battling, also trying to survive through a relationship as well. So multiple relationships. You mentioned your friend, you mentioned your girlfriend. But I believe that since you passed through a lot and your childhood trauma comes out, which is normal, there maybe could be an extra aggression or an extra act that could divide everything through your relationships. How did you manage to portray your childhood trauma, although it's still there, it's normal to stay there, but how did you manage to survive through it all with your relationships?
First of all, I want to give praise to my girlfriend and my friends, because there was a long time where I was numb.
No emotion?
No emotion, bro. It's crazy to think about it now. My girlfriend used to say, I love you. I would say I love you back, but I felt nothing, bro. Nothing. She could go with another dude in front of me, bro, or my friends could die, bro. I felt nothing. But then, step by step, brick by brick, minute by minute, bro. Minute by minute, I started to get my confidence back, and then they could feel that Justin's coming back. Because although I was saying I love you, she felt that I wasn't myself, you know?
Do you believe that? So trust, in many situations, fades away. So hit after hit after hit. Fuck everyone. I don't trust anyone. There are points in your life, which I passed through as well, back 2 years ago, where I said, no more people. Just myself, but you tend to realize that people are the ones who can save your life.
Definitely.
Which when you turn that emotion into action, that's where you mix friendship and relationships to be your strongest battle of life.
Exactly.
Am I right?
Yes.
How did that change from you not trusting anyone to not feeling emotion from anyone to then trusting many people with your life and obviously with your emotion? How did that change?
First of all, it was the hardest thing I ever had to do was trust people again. It's good to mention that I was sort of a people pleaser. I had no confidence. These things sucks all the confidence out of you.
You're a bit of a, I'm gonna say it, a bit of a lick ass.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of alikas, bro.
Okay.
And then I didn't trust anyone because of these problems. But then to break down that wall again, it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. But I did it because I realized that to go far in life, you need a team, bro. It's me, it's you here in this room, but there's your brother helping us. Okay? So he's helping you. And I needed my team back, bro. I needed my support system back. I needed to accept it. But to break that wall down, toughest thing I ever had to do.
Was there ever a time in your career, your life, your career in the gym, any sort of career path you chose, where you trusted, so you trusted again. So you're happy Justin again. Let's say medium happy, so you're still a bit confused. So you trust someone, and then someone fucks you again. Was there any stories?
Bro, you're gonna learn this in business a lot. That's.
Give us a story, so.
I'm gonna skip this, bro. I'm gonna skip this.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip this because the past is the past, and there was this situation where I think now it's in the past, and I don't want to affect him in any way. So.
Do you believe that you forgave him?
I forgave him. I forgave him. Yes.
Okay. Talking about forgiveness, do you forgive the people who were surrounded by your sister? Do you forgive what damage they have done?
No, this is a tricky question. This is you're opening up a whole spectrum. There are people, yes, and there are people, no. But to be honest, bro, if you want drugs, you will find drugs anywhere. It was my sister's choice. There were moments where we literally locked my sister in her room, and she found a way to take drugs. Even in rehab centers, bro. In rehab centers, they take drugs. Sometimes they take drugs. So we cannot blame the people.
What was this story like? So she sort of, where did the drugs come from?
So it was her first rehab. She finished her first rehab program. She was strong. She was happy. And her room is upstairs. Okay, near the roof. And I used to go check on her. Then I used to go outside on the roof, get some sunlight, stretch a bit, maybe meditate or whatever. And I used to find condoms, bro. Condoms. And I used to laugh, because our generation, bro, were a bit crazy, My friends tossing condoms in my roof, and I called my friends. I'm like, stop fucking tossing condoms, man. And then I opened one condom, and the second day, and there were rocks of crack, bro. Rocks of crack. They were literally supplying crack by throwing it on the roof. It was crazy. But
What was your reaction to that?
I felt
Upset, probably. Not or anger?
If I'm going to state an emotion, bro, it's going to be, it's not going to be powerful enough to explain what I felt and what I had to go through this situation, because I didn't think these things were possible. I used to watch movies of people like smoking crack, shooting up heroin, but when I saw the fucking syringe, bro, on the ground, when I saw the actual rock, you know, when I saw the pipes, we couldn't even keep foil in the house, because when you smoke crack, you put foil, or you put the rock on the foil. We couldn't even keep foil. So there isn't an emotion to explain it, bro. It's terrifying. It's horrible.
Did you ever catch her in the action?
Yes. There was a time I tried to, even my mom and my dad, we tried to take her off drugs ourselves by supplying her a bit of drugs each day. But the withdrawals were so horrible. It's crazy, man. It's like she was sweating profusely, talking another language. It's like when you saw the Exorcist, when a demon goes into a human, that's what happens. Then we said this is out of control, because this was after she went into like 4 or 5 rehabs, and she still got out and take drugs. And she said that she used to take drugs in the rehab center. But it's your choice to change. That's why I forgive everyone who sold her drugs, because it was her choice. Then the last program that she did, and her partner, because her partner, I'm very proud of him as well. He was a heroin addict. The babies are with the same parents. And the last program, they literally aced it. So if you want help in Malta, there is help. That's why I forgive the people, because if you want something, you'll find a way to get it.
So just to clarify things, so you forgave everyone who damaged your sister?
Yes. What was harder to forgive is the parents of my friends that told my friends not to stay with me. That was harder.
Instead of supporting you.
Instead of supporting me, that was harder, because when push comes to shove, and they had their own life's problems, I was supporting them. You know, I was the black sheep. Imagine you going into the room and people just walk away. I never did anything. You know, that was crazy. That was crazy. And I remember there was an instance where there was my friend, and we were having a drink, and then he told me that my sister was like into prostitution and shit like that. And
To joke though?
No, it's real. It's real. To get that amount of money, crack, bro, with every inhale, it's like 50 or 40 euros. So they used to smoke every day.
So she went through that as well?
She went through that as well, stealing money. These are normal things in our life.
What was the biggest story that happened to her?
The biggest story that happened to her is when she OD'd, because then it was so bad that she was taking drugs to kill herself. It was so bad. I'm not talking about people going out, taking a couple of lines, and then continue, Monday go to work. It was crazy. And they got her an ambulance because she OD'd. Boom, the water broke. She had jail. That's the craziest fucking story ever, bro. She had a baby while she was ODing. Crazy.
Fuck. You mentioned 3 pillars that I loved. So they were finance, mindset, and fitness.
Yes.
My brain is working today. And you said that if one of them doesn't work,
yes,
you're gone. So it doesn't make sense. You're living for nothing. But let's talk about the mindset.
The mindset.
Okay, so mindset, you can say, is everything from those 3 pillars. If you don't have money, you need mindset to make money, etc.
Yes.
Fitness needs a mindset.
Exactly.
So, and you don't need finance to do fitness. So, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So, this is the top of the pyramid.
Yes, exactly.
And you were at your lowest in that. So, you were done.
Done.
Finished. No emotion, no motivation, no discipline, nothing.
Done. Dead.
Zero.
Zero.
And just a walking person. With no emotion. What's one change in your life that managed to change your mindset? One emotion, one action that happened?
Yes, I'm reflecting about it a lot. I made a non-negotiable contract in my mind that whatever emotion I'm feeling, and this is what I try to teach to my clients, I will execute the day like I planned it the day before. So if I'm fucking sad, I do the same shit. The same workout, the same program. If I was feeling sad, I would still come to this podcast. If I'm feeling anxious, do it still. Happy, do it happy. Angry, do it happy. I'll do it angry, sorry. That was the turning point. That was the turning point.
That was the one action that taught you, listen, you have to do this, follow this, and you'll succeed.
What I did was small actions.
So baby steps.
Baby steps, bro. I was so broken that the first action I took was making my own bed.
That's fucking important.
Making my own bed.
That's the first one of my day.
Making my own bed.
That's a very good point.
Second one, brushing my teeth. I did, bro. I wasn't even taking care of myself. Third one, see a stranger in the street, tell him hello. Fourth one, go to the gym. Stacking small wins. So there wasn't one action. It was essentially one action, but in very, very, very small increments. When you're that depressed, every small win will lead you closer like a ladder. Like a ladder. So there was small increments of actions.
I noticed something in you, that you love people so much and you believe that they are now the backbone to your success. Am I right? That you built a community around fitness.
Yes.
From the ground up.
From the ground up.
So you are a young kid in the gym trying to build yourself, but when you built yourself and you succeeded in that, you said, I want to help people.
Yes.
And when we met for the first time, you told me, it's not for the money, because if I see someone who's came from zero to hero, that's my success.
Honestly, bro, I'm not doing this for the money. I want to support myself financially, but to be honest, last week I finished a challenge and I gave €1,000 to Puttino. I walked the coast road 100 times.
In a day?
No, in 100 days.
Okay.
But 10K a day, relevant of how I'm feeling, the message we're trying to bring out. And this weekend, I bought this iPhone, the new iPhone, the iPhone 17 Pro Max or what the fuck it's called. And I felt better giving something to the community than buying that shit, bro. Honestly, I needed to buy it because the battery life on the other one was, I charge it, unplug it, and it dies. That's why. So yes, now, obviously, I have investments. I have, certain amount. When you're at your age, you have to take care of yourself financially, Yeah. I studied after that big financial loss. I went into stocks, ETFs, and all. I studied a lot, and now I'm at a certain point where giving is more satisfying than receiving. Honestly.
That came by time, though.
That came by time, by mistakes, by errors. I'm not these people that don't have anything. With all due respect, I'm going to say the truth. And they say money isn't everything. They're liars. You have to go through the pain. You have to have money, and then you realize that money isn't everything. For example, my best friend, I have two best friends. I have a lot of best friends.
What's your main two?
Yes, my main two. When you grow up, bro, there's no best friends, and you just.
But I get
what
you're trying to say. So.
He has a Lamborghini. And my other best friend has a Lamborghini, Porsche, everyone thing. And I asked him, how do you feel driving that fucking car, bro? It's amazing. He told me, the special thing is, and you're gonna find it out yourself, because I know that you're gonna be extremely successful. Honestly, bro, honestly.
I appreciate that so much, thank you.
That sometimes we're so goal-oriented. So imagine, I want to buy the Lamborghini. Then I bought the Lamborghini and, okay, I have a Lamborghini.
What's next?
I buy a Porsche. What's next? That's what my friend told me. That's okay. After a month, I have a Lamborghini, but it's nothing new. People get used to everything. So what you have to do is enjoy the journey to get there. Imagine you're busting your balls. I don't know, honestly, bro. Honestly, any 19-year-old that's motivated like you are. So hats off to you. Okay. And imagine, I don't know, Donald Trump. You're going to get Donald Trump for a podcast, and you're anxious, and you're done, and the months leading up to it. Then you make the podcast, he goes away, and you're like,
Now what?
now what? The journey to get him here was beautiful, bro. Not the actual goal. That's what I'm learning now. The journey is more important than the end goal.
What's next?
My what's next is, honestly, I'm still reflecting. Bro, you need to remember that I did 15 years of pain. And I thought that pain was normal. Now I'm out of that pain. So I need a year or two to just enjoy my friends, enjoy my mom again, enjoy my dad again, enjoy Jael, enjoy my girlfriend. And then we'll think about what's next, bro. But in terms of business, sustaining what I have and growing it a bit.
So growing your community, enjoying family.
Yes.
And to answer your question, I know my brain sometimes, so I'm highly ADD, and my brain is like a light, so it hits everywhere. But
that's a superpower.
Yes, it depends how you use it though.
Exactly.
Depends how you use it. So at school, my brain was numb. I always tried, but numb. But every time I walk in the street, it's automatic. So I see a person full of tattoos. What has he passed through? It's normal. So
Yes.
it's normal. You know how
Yes,
people,
yes.
you know how people like see, for example, I don't know, a person with full of tattoos. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Be honest.
When I see a person full of tattoos, or this
What's the first thing that comes to mind?
pain.
Okay.
Pain. If it's one word, pain. Like I said, I was an extremist. I was diagnosed with this OCD. So if my friend had one tattoo, I needed to have my whole body covered in tattoo. If I wanted to build my body, I wanted to build the best body. If I wanted to, I don't know.
Always wanted to win. You always wanted to win.
Yes.
Were you ever judged with your appearance tattoos?
Oh, yes. When I did my neck, bro, it was like 10 years ago. Not 10 years ago. I'm like, 8 years ago. I used to walk in the green supermarket and the Indian used to come back after me. It's like I'm going to steal an apple or something. I was judged, bro. I was judged. And my dad told me, do tattoos where you can cover. And you know what I went home with?
Opposite.
My fucking head tattoo, man.
What was the reason behind it all?
The reason behind it all that I
Cover
was...
your pain?
I was too... Tattooing is a bit weird, bro, to be honest. It's like an addiction. And the pain, you're feeling pain, but you're creating something beautiful, which meant a lot to me. It's a bit weird, and it's a mind fuck, and I'm sure you haven't heard it before. But it represented my life. Getting painful tattoos, but at the end of the day, it's a beautiful tattoo. And that's how I see my life. Painful, but now beautiful.
Has God helped you along the way?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think so.
Is there a belief? Or you haven't found that belief yet?
I was so into the problems and into the, like I said, bro. People say, my next goal is open up another gym.
Okay.
My goal is actually feeling a bit of happiness. Now, after 15 years of not feeling almost anything. So my goal now is to feel happiness. Now, if that's what happens, I don't know.
3 years ago you were sad though.
Huh?
3 years ago you were still a bit broken, no?
3 years ago, that's what's one of my breaking points. But...
It built up a lot.
I was on top of the world 3 years ago, but with the money, with my sister was recovering a bit, Jael was there. But then 3 years ago was a false mountain, bro.
What made you put that in that stock?
Stupidity.
What was the idea around it?
Because let me tell you something, and this is very important, okay?
Okay.
So teachers, they and the educators, lecturers, whatever, they excel at a subject. But if you make 100K, where do you put it, bro? Now, all right, I bought some property maybe or whatever, but if you're 25, let's say you're 19 years old and you make 100K. If you can't manage 1K, you won't manage 10K, you won't manage 100K, you won't manage a million. So it was a frenzy at that time. There was GameStop, I don't know if you remember GameStop, there was XRP, there was Bitcoin, and I put all my eggs in one basket like I do always. That's one of the problems I have. When
As you said earlier, it could be a superpower as well.
That's the motto that I tell people. Use your mental illness as your superpower, because I gained everything back, bro. Everything back.
What was the idea? So you put that in there.
I put that in there expecting me to wake up with $5 million, going to Miami with a flight, taking my girlfriend maybe to sangrias or Heineken or whatever, going to the gym there. And then a year after I opened the account, I used to
check.
I used to check all the time, but it was fluctuating a lot. And then the company failed, bro.
Which was the company?
The company was called Atossa Therapeutics. It was a penny stock, bro.
So it's zero.
Zero.
So what happened? You scroll down.
What happened was this company was building a pill. All right, a pill for a certain type of cancer. Now these small companies in pharmaceutical, they got bought by bigger companies. Okay?
For sure.
So if they manage to do this pill, Moderna, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, the big dogs, they will buy the company.
And they're done, so...
And you see an 800% gain. Basically, this pill didn't do shit.
So you scroll down on your phone?
I scroll down on my phone and maybe I gathered 5K or 7K, which to me, it's like someone teasing me. I prefer to get zero, honestly.
What was the emotion that struck that time? It's not after it. Were you alone as well?
Yeah, no, it's my girlfriend. My girlfriend helped me a lot with this. She used to tell me, take it out. You took too many risks. Take it out. We can do something. Take it out. Open another gym. Something. But I am very hard-headed. That's what happened.
So you felt like throwing up for sure? Or anger?
Bro, I felt that I had to start from zero. But you never start from zero, because now I have the knowledge. Now I have maybe a bit more. But if you take it away now, I won't panic, because I know how to do it again. So it took me 8 years and a couple of more investments in the stock market to make that 100K. But 120K. But now it will take me 3. If I grow older, it will take you 1. Money makes money, and knowledge, bro. You can take all my money, you can't take my brain. Knowledge is power, bro.
The more tools you have in your toolbox,
that's
the more
it.
you can work.
That's it. You can take everything.
The more you can work.
I will still gain it back quicker now.
Very cool ideas. And to be honest, I came across you through your social media. So you haven't been posting as much, so it hasn't been 2 years. It's been the last 5-6 months?
5, 6 months, 7 months. I always do a reel or something like that. And
listen, you're getting the reach, so I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
But when I see someone who has a story or starting something out and journaling their experience through social media, you're not only sharing your story, you're gonna get hated on, like, this guy has tattoos, he's done so many stupid shit. Njaf kem ha pim li biex kiber. You know how people are.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So he took pills to grow. These are stupid people.
Yes.
So they portray their ignorance, as I said, to cover
their insecurity.
Exactly, that's the exact word. But I really appreciate people. So I wish, my only wish, and my regret in my life so far, I didn't film
the journey till now.
Exactly. Which I didn't film as much. So I went back on my phone and there was a big gap in my journey. I was like, fuck, man, I should have done it all. So me seeing someone post on social media really means a lot to me. Because
thank you.
Number one, you have to show that you have courage and balls.
Yes.
Social media.
Yes.
So I see many people like, you know, wiping their face. Maybe they have something on the...
No.
Just fucking post, man.
Bro, let me tell you something. Last time we were laughing. I took a video. My friend took me a video of me training and I just posted. And he's like, you didn't even fucking see the video, man. How are you posting it? Even when you came at my gym, I told you 1 second. I posted that video, bro, at that time. Because then you have such thick skin that nothing really affects me. Honestly, nothing really affects me today.
I don't... Honestly, I don't care anymore. And honestly, how I see things now is the more you comment hate, the more algorithm it's going to get for me.
Exactly.
So continue hating. Thank you so much. You're pushing up my algorithm.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And
keep commenting the hate as much as possible because it's putting up...
I like it, bro.
views, so.
I like it. And honestly, maybe I admire you because you're so young, but you're so knowledgeable. Because people at your age, especially maybe girls, when they get hated on, it can create a big problem.
For sure.
A big spiral problem. Downfall, exactly.
But listen, man, I built my knowledge. I wasn't born with it, so I passed through a lot too. And I told you my story.
Yes.
So
excellent story.
Thank you so much. Not as how can I say, as tough as yours. So
but it's bro, I don't
crazy.
agree with comparing stories.
No, but I do. Let me tell you why. Because I believe that reflecting on who you are and who you sat down and spoke about and you shared this highly personal thing with the audience, I believe that you're a fucking strong person.
Thank you, bro.
Honestly. So I'm levels down compared to you. Levels.
Thank you. But I can assure you that you're one of Malta's brightest 19-year-olds. And this podcast,
man,
this podcast is gonna be the biggest show on the island, man, because you're so genuine. I have a special power, man. When you grow up and you've been through a lot, you sense people. You know, people congratulate you. Congratulations.
And then when you're in the
Congratulations. But I can sense every congratulations. That guy told me congratulations by force. That guy, I can sense that he really congratulated me. And I can sense that you're a fucking amazing guy, bro. So this podcast gonna be the best podcast on the fucking island.
You make me blush, man.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth, bro. When you came to my gym, that's what I told them. I got more offers, but I chose yours first. Because really I felt that positive fucking vibe. You know, and that's everything, bro. That's everything. Giving good energy to the world. Well done. Well done for that, man. Well done. Awesome. So amazing.
Listen, I want to go on to these 5 questions because I love it. They're called quick fire questions.
Quick fire questions.
So they're fun,
baby.
they're quick.
Let's go.
Number one, thank you for the lovely words. I really appreciate it. But I want to go into these because I can't wait to hear.
Okay, let's go.
Some fun, and there's some emotional ones too. So we're gonna keep on battling you with the emotion.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. What's the craziest or funny thing that ever happened to you inside the gym?
Oh, so you have till 8 p.m., bro.
One. Yeah,
well, I'm gonna show you one. Okay, so I was at the gym and there was this jacked guy. I loved this jacked guy, and I was trying to impress him. And I was lifting the bench press. Mind you, it was my first month, so the bench press was fucking empty. And while I was lifting it, the 12th rep, it just fell on my chest.
Oh, shit.
And this guy was talking with another guy. He just came. He didn't even acknowledge me. He lifted the bar, put it back in place. He looked in my eyes. Go slower, young boy. Don't try to impress me.
Shit. That's the worst nightmare that can happen.
It happens regularly.
You're doing bench and there's no one to help you.
It happens, bro. It happens.
Or else the worst thing that when you're doing a gym session, that you have a friend and you start laughing and you can't stop laughing.
Oh.
That's the worst.
Bro, the worst.
You go for nothing.
The worst. I have a client, you know who he is. Dario Zampar, gonna name him. He farts, bro. He farts. Bro, he farts. That one time I brought a new client in the gym and he literally quit because of the smell. And I told him like a child, I told him, Dario, you're one of my best friends, go check what's wrong with you, man. It's like a dead corpse. Police are gonna stop by. And you know what turns out? He was intolerant to all the 5 meals he was eating. So he was farting crazy, bro.
My brother's like that. It's crazy. Okay. Question 2. If you could relive one moment in your life, good or bad, Which moment would you choose and why?
Okay, so can I say something before?
For sure.
I don't agree with reliving something, good or bad. Let me tell you why. Because if you think about the good times, you're gonna feel bad. Oh,
sure.
fuck, man, I had a good time. You're gonna feel bad. And if you relive the bad times, you're gonna feel bad as well. You know? But if I had to choose one good time, is when I went abroad with my friends. We're all together having fun. We're at a bachelor's party. Those were the good times, bro. Simple conversation, even with you. This is a very fucking good time for me.
Thank you so much. Listen, I'm really appreciating this like conversation. It's super fun, and listening to many different stories. So from high success to meeting different people, and then I have a bit of the harsh ones, which are amazing stories, and I have a really good story as well of Miguel Mifsud.
I like him. He is one of my
Miguel
top friends.
Miguel is an insane person. Insane person. He was
Yes.
one of my few guests, and I was a bit skeptic on the idea of getting him because we were more on the sports side in the beginning. I was like, this guy has to share his story, man.
Yes.
And you know, starting out in the podcast world, you don't know much people, so you just know the few that you're around. So football people, then you start hearing different stories.
Definitely.
Let's go with it. And he shared the most insane story possible.
Bro, Miguel is one of my best friends, bro. He used to come to my gym. I used to train him a lot. I gave him a piece of equipment. He comes to my gym with his dog. And he wasn't doing drugs as well, so he knew my story. Helped with my sister. Miguel is an amazing guy, bro. Amazing guy.
Amazing guy. Amazing guy. And I love these people and I love these conversations because I get to know new stories and we share to the audience as well so they can learn. That's super important. This is a strange one, but I have to ask it to you. What's a failure you're secretly grateful for?
Getting kicked out of the Maltese football national team.
Kicked out?
Kicked out, yes, kicked out.
What happened?
There was a coach, and he was a...
Oh no. Okay.
Alright, he was an asshole. And basically, the next season, they didn't get me up with the squad. And then I got injured, and then I stopped, and then this fitness journey happened.
Okay.
So failure to success, in my eyes.
For sure. Everything happens for a reason, man.
Exactly.
Everything happens for a reason. So at that time, you're like high, like you're passing through that, and then you don't get called for football. It's your dream. I get you, man. I get you. What's one quote or belief you live by, even if people think it's crazy?
Don't love your job, job your love.
Oh my.
You know that meme? I saw it today, man. I said I needed to tell you this, man. No, like I said before, bro, use your mental illness as your superpower. That's the quote. That's the quote.
Love that. But is it the one?
Yes, that's the one. Don't job your love, job your love.
Good one, alright. Good one. What? No, number 5. Good one, I love that. What's something about you that people would never guess from looking at you?
Okay, so
After
after I start my before I start my shift, I train. I always train, and I'm like
for the pump, so you look bigger.
for the pump, so I look bigger. Yes, one of the reasons. And I with my Sennheiser headphones, bro, filled with tattoos, you know, lifting 3 plates on the bench press. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And what people don't realize is I have a song. And this song, bro, well, if people hear it, they will laugh out loud. It's called 1,000 Miles. Did you don't know it? So let me tell you. Making my way downtown,
Okay.
walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. And I need you, and I wonder if I could walk into the sky. So I'm benching 3 plates on the fucking bench press, and I'm listening to this song. Nobody would have ever guessed.
My God. Your playlist is quite crazy. I was at the gym and you were making me laugh. So,
So
like
random.
white girl music.
Yes. I love it, bro. I love it.
Love that. All right. Last question. All right. What's the biggest decision you ever made without thinking twice?
Buying the gym equipment.
Hmm.
Financial decision or decision?
Let's make it general.
General. Moving from a job with a boss to self-employed. Never thought twice. Boom, nothing. I'm gonna
Risk
make
it all.
Risked it all. That's why I made my neck tattoos. Nobody would employ me back then with my fucking neck tattoos, bro. Risked it all without one moment of hesitation. My parents were hesitant about it. And this is what I want you to learn, is that your biggest supporters are going to be strangers.
You know, you took it from my mouth. Honestly, some of the people that support me and text me every single week in, week out, every podcast I do, every video I post, is the people. Obviously, there's my mom that, like, sees all my episodes. Also my dad, but sometimes he skips one or two. You know the father. You know, it's a bit of
My cool dad, bro.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But the biggest support system I have, apart from my grandparents, which I love to bits,
Your close friends, maybe.
yeah, are the people that are furthest and I never saw in my life. Never.
You have to accept that.
Never.
It's a very hard pill to swallow. A very hard pill to swallow. But from what I can see and I can sense, you're going to be successful, and you have to accept that you're going to lose most of your friends.
Which I did a lot. It's life, man, and sometimes you have to see what's best for you.
Definitely.
You know, and
You're on the right path, bro. You're on the right path. You're going to lose friends, and your biggest supporter is going to be strangers. At the end of the day, they're supporting you. You know, it's crazy and it's sad. It's very sad. It's sad. Why won't your friends support you? But that's life, especially here in such a tiny country.
I saw something, and I don't prolong this, but I saw a TikTok around 2 weeks ago, and it stayed in my brain, honestly. And it was a podcast as well, foreign podcast, and they stated, so I go on your story, and all I see is Eminem, Post Malone, these huge rappers, and your friend is a rapper, and you don't share any of his content. So you're with this guy every single day, and you're seeing his grind, and then you think twice of sharing, and then you see Post Malone, and you share instantly, 6 times a week.
That's powerful, and that's fair. That's crazy, bro. Or people expect discounts, bro. Your closest friends, man, expect discounts. So imagine you open up a grocery store, a small grocery store, okay? You don't ask the biggest grocery store in Malta for a discount. So why wouldn't you help your friend?
That's it, man.
Why wouldn't you? That's
That's
part
it.
of why I'm successful. You are already successful, and you're gonna keep being successful because you are genuinely happy when people succeed, bro.
I don't know if you saw one of my reels, and I was invited on television, and I get a lot of messages. Luca, why did you stop football? Okay, and this is a very harsh topic for me. Football is my life, 17 years, and I just decided, listen, this is my identity. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I was quite a good goalkeeper. Let's face it. So I decided to grab Luca Camilleri, open that dustbin, and throw it away. Super hard decision. And I was invited, and he asked me a question: what's next? And I sat down and thought for like 2 minutes, because sometimes my brain stops and thinks. Instead of saying and thinking like an idiot, I stop and shut up and think.
Good, bro. And I noticed that as well. That's an amazing thing to have, bro.
Andrew Tate taught me that. Although people don't like him, but he taught me many different things. And I said, I want to help people succeed, because when I was a super insecure kid, full of acne, always in my room, and I read and listened to podcasts, I found my virtual people who helped me. So there was never a human, Luca, do this, do that, do this, do that.
Exactly.
I always found it through other people's experiences, to listen to their stories, and to seeing what they have done. So I see, for example, Daniel Dalen, who's a young entrepreneur, insane guy, and he made millions at a very young age, lost it all, and now built a multi-million company.
Jesus.
But he's one of my inspirations. Locally, I don't believe there isn't. Although there's your mother, father, who still think twice. Like, listen, are you gonna make it? Are you sure? But my mom believes in it totally.
Good.
Which I wanted to change. I wanted to help young people anyone, so anyone who's 40, 60, 90, anyone who watches our podcast, to find not only one person, but a channel, a community that helps them find their way to success. That's all I want. When I saw finance, I lost my ass. Being honest. So when I saw finance and how am I going to make huge money, I lost my ass. But when I saw that I'm providing knowledge to people and general stories, that's where I saw. Congrats, man.
And you're doing a hell of a good job, bro. I have 214 personal training clients right now on my team. And when I told them that I got invited in your podcast, I never got that reaction. Oh my God, it's true. Hey, Eminem, good luck, brother. Oh, tazash, da. Don't screw this thing up, you know?
The Maltese.
The Maltese version of it. Illallo, man, that guy's famous. That guy's awesome. That guy's... Bro, everybody knew you, bro. Everybody knew you. I swear to God. Even when I got invited by bigger companies, they weren't excited for me, like me coming to this podcast.
You know why? I'm gonna mention it. We take it super seriously. That every second of an episode, there are so many mistakes that I have to pass through. And my first episode was shit. I got Zach Muscat here and he shared a lovely story, but I lost all my footage and we had to regain it. And I still posted it to see my results back then. But every second that we put into this, we take it so seriously. And the finance I put into this, no one can imagine. Example, each reel that we post is €50. And that comes out of my pocket because I want to help people succeed. That's all I want to do.
And you are, bro.
Later on, God will give me all the power and strength I need.
Definitely. I
That's
can
all I
feel
want.
it. I can sense it. And before coming here, I was a bit excited. You know, it was
A
my
bit
first
shaky.
podcast, a bit shaky. But your energy calmed me down and made my day, honestly. Amazing,
Super appreciate,
bro.
man.
Amazing. Nice.
Thank you so much. Last question.
Yes.
Question. I like to close off with this. Our latest guest left you a message. He didn't know you were coming. It's a mystery question for the next guest. We're gonna open it up together. I don't read them myself as well, so it's a mystery for me as well. Quite short, but makes sense. What is your why?
Quite short and quite... It can be... It's a big spectrum question, bro.
Give it to us in one sentence.
My why? Helping people achieve their goals mentally and physically. That's my why.
It aligns, man, with us.
That's my why.
It aligns with us, man.
That's my why.
Just thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you
and sharing your
for
story.
having me in the best podcast in Malta.
Listen, I'm sure you didn't mention all your stories, so there's hours of stories for sure. But I believe that you came down and sat down and shared the most valuable story that you can provide to people who are passing through a situation at the moment. There are thousands of people passing through this situation. And this right here meant the world to me. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask if I can keep it.
You can keep it. It's yours.
It's going to be in a sacred place, but this is one of the most emotional, touching experiences I've ever felt in this podcast. And I would like to put it in that book, because after that book is closed, till the final pages, I'm gonna create a whole concept around it, which I would love to keep.
That's yours, brother. That's why I gave it to you. That's yours.
Thank you so
Definitely.
much.
Thank you for having me.
Just last note, kindly subscribe to our channel. It's free. Tell them to subscribe. It's important.
Hey, man, subscribe. Okay? Subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Comment on who you want to see next, and I hope you liked this episode, so kindly like this episode too. Last point is that on our website, www.teamchampionsconnect, Justin has his own segment over there where it explains in short form of what the podcast was about. You can also view the podcast there. Can I shake your hand for the last time?
Of course. My brother.
Thank you so much. It was
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Any last words?
We said everything. Like, comment, subscribe. This guy deserves it all, man. That's my last comment.
Thank you so much, man. And as always, Champions Connect out. Thank you. Bomba, Shveen.
Bye bye.
Fucking insane episode. I loved it.